Hello, what is up? Welcome back to another two-handed Marvel Champions gameplay. Today, we are going to be expanding on the game that we did earlier in the week with She-Hulk, where we're trying to buff She-Hulk's attack stat up so that we can use that sweet plus 10 attack. And Jubilee, because the game did not go super well last time, so we're going to try it again, but we're going to have Jubilee being locking down Sandman for us. So the idea behind this deck is it's everything that increases Jennifer Walters' attack stat. But idea behind this is it's a status lock. So we got Iron Fist, we got Rogue, and I put Rogue in here because I thought that we were going to get the plus 10, but Rogue is only printed stat boost, so that's sad. But I was like, Rogue can go ahead and like touch She-Hulk and then like attack for 10. Regardless, She-Hulk still has a 5 attack, so I think Rogue is going to be good. Or I'm sorry, 3 attack to make Rogue a 5 attack. So I think that's going to be a little bit better. And then it's just a lot of status. Just a lot of status. Literally, we're just here to build a supporting deck for this one over here. And then there was no modifications for the Jennifer Walters deck. But we're going to dive right in, mainly because I'm excited to play. But it is an aggression She-Hulk deck. If you did not see the Hella game where we tried this in a true solo where we built the deck and everything like that, no worries, go check that out. If I remember, I will link it down below. If I don't, it'll be probably the video that was posted yesterday at the time of this posting. So yeah, I'm gonna turn on my fan because it is warm. We're playing Sandman. We are playing with the City and Chaos modular set, which is the required modular set for Sandman. And then we are also playing with Power of the Atom, which is the new Thunderbolt mod set from the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. box. Power of the Atom has Radioactive Man, and it's still, we're just using the gimmick because if the whatever card it is, yeah, radiation exposure, this is attached to a Gamma character, they get +1 attack. So that's just another way for for She-Hulk to pump up her stats. But I do believe we can get the plus 10 without any kind of modular set shenanigans. And so that's what we're going to be trying to do. Okay, so Sandman, when revealed... Oh, I need to find... Where's Surging Sands? Well, there's Sandman 1. Where's Surging Sands? Come on, Nelson. What are you doing? There it is. City Streets, that's what I was looking for. So when revealed, it resolved the Surging Sands ability on City Streets. Let's look at the setup here to figure out what that does. So searching counter deck for the City Streets environment and put it into play. Place 4 sand counters on it. The Surging Sand ability is place 1 sand counter here, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck equal to the number of sand counters here. Then as a hero action, we can exhaust a character you control, remove sand counters here, equal to the character's attack. Actually, I didn't even think about with the She-Hulk just being insane. That's kind of funny. I kind of like it, especially if we have a... Ooh, I meant to put cell phones in Jubilee's deck. Let's just go ahead and grab 2 cell phones. But, yeah, panic. I was like, oh, I need the cell phone. Cell phone can allow somebody to activate... I'm gonna put 1 in She-Hulk's and 1 in Jubilee's deck. That way we can get like a Iron Fist to activate so that we can stun the villain if we need to. That was the final change. We did change Jennifer's deck a little bit with the cell phone. Okay, so 4 sand counters. When Sandman is revealed, we're resolving the Surging Sand ability. So let's figure out what that is. Surging Sand. Oh wait, we just talked about that. We place a counter and discard 5 cards. Under Fire is good to go. Tidal Sands. Rhino. Dirt Trap, and a Drawing Near. So we can probably shovel off. This is going to start with 4 threats, and we threat out at 18. After an acceleration token is placed on the main scheme, we're going to deal 3 indirect damage to the first player. And Surging Sands is going to go right there. I switched up my lighting, and now I can see everything on the table. It's kind of wild. So... If the lighting, I think it looks good on my end, but sometimes it looks a little bit different after, after it's like posted and edited and everything. But let me know if this lighting is good for you all, or if you even notice a difference. Cool. First player. Let's have Jubilee be first player. Because why not, right? No, that's crazy. Let's have Jennifer Walters be first player. Because Jubilee can... Yeah, that works. Because we're going to probably pull Shopping Spree to get Jubilee her coat, I believe. I think that's where we're going to go. We need help thwarting, so that's going to be what Jubilee is going to focus on. So we start out with 6 cards with Jennifer Walters. Got a 1-2 punch. We got a 1-2 punch. Adrenaline Rush, Limitless Stamina, 1-2 punch, and a Superhuman Strength. Alrighty. So that's kind of insane. We can just go ballistic with the 1-2 punches if we wanted to. And the Limitless Stamina. Honestly, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna hang on to Superhuman Strength and mulligan everything else. We are building at this point, so we don't need that quick. Well, we're getting all the bat. There's a Focused Rage. That's what we needed. Limitless Stamina and a Combat Training. Nice. Okay. Jubilee has got a Build Support, a Pericles, Firecracker, Tackle, Rogue, and a Power of Protection. So we could get the Pericles out, which is kind of fun. Let's hang on to Firecracker. We'll hang on to Power of Protection and the Pericles. Might as well hang on to Build Support as well. But if we draw another double, we can probably hang on to Build Support. The Mall Rat, or Shopping Spree, I think doesn't cost anything. Firecracker stun, so does Pericles. So let's... Yeah, okay, sweet. We'll go with that. We got a Strength, beautiful, and a Shopping Spree. Well, bummer. That's fine. Cool. Alrighty, there we go. Well, it kind of does hurt the ability to use our Mall Rat action to put this into play so that Jennifer can start thwarting it, but that's fine. We do have a Pericles, which means that we can save some of the Superhuman Strength. Alrighty, let's go ahead and on our turn, let's go 3 for a Focused Rage. Let's flip up. We'll deal 2 damage to Sandman using Do You Even Lift. So he goes from... I don't think I did that right. There we go. 2 damage to Sandman. Focused Rage will deal 1 damage to Miss She-Hulk, and we get to draw a card, which is a Quinn Carrier. I think we're going to go Combat Training and a Quinn Carrier to play a Superhuman Strength. That gives us +2. I'm going to get these out because I will be needing them. And we will exhaust to shovel 5 counters off the sand. That's actually really funny. I did not think about that when I set this deck. So that's fun. Cool. There's She-Hulk. We got Jubilee. Let's use a Strength, Power Protection, Firecracker, and a Build Support to put out the Pericles. Pericles comes in with 2 supply counters. We can exhaust the Pericles, remove a supply counter to give a hero or a villain a status card, and a ally or a minion a status card. It does not really matter because we're not using it right now. Mainly, we want to... Oh, actually, I'm going to hang on to Build Support. Yeah. We'll use this next turn so that we can have She-Hulk attack into Sandman without worrying about losing her Superhuman Strength, because if Sandman is already stunned, we live in. She's going to flip up. We'll exhaust Jubilee. Like totally, generate a wild resource to put out a Build Support. There goes 6. Alrighty, let's stand up. Sandman does indirect damage whenever he attacks on this stage. Next stage, he will be doing... overkill. We got a Quick Strike. We got a Hellcat. Not as important to play in a multiplayer game, especially once we get the coat up and running. I think we'll have a pretty decent amount of thwarting going on. Adrenaline Rush and a Strength. We may just play the Hellcat or Quick Strike. Quick Strike for 5 damage is already looking pretty decent. So we'll see what happens. We also have a Focused Rage, which we can trigger. Jubilee gets 5 cards. We got the X-Jet, Plasmoid Energy, Wolverine, and a Tackle. The other thing is we can go ahead and get the Hellcat out. If we play Hellcat, then we can use the Pericles to its full potential to stun Sandman and then drop a tough status on Hellcat. Did I only draw 4 cards? I did. I only drew 4 cards. A Flash of Light. Nice. Cool. We're going to start. We're going to add 2 threat to the main. That's going to go up to 6. Sandman's going to attack us for 3. We're going to take it. 4 total. Boom. And then when Sandman attacks you, he goes indirect damage. If your identity takes any amount of damage from that attack, resolve Surging Sands. So we will place 1 and discard 1. And then Jubilee is going to take an attack of 3, 5. That hurts Jubilee, but Jubilee is going to go back home pretty soon. And then Surging Sands again to lose Sand Form and Sand Clone. Our encounter cards. She-Hulk has got a Nowhere is Safe. Ooh, that's tough. We're going to place a counter and we'll discard our Superhuman Strength. Sad. Jubilee has got a Master Plan, so this is going to go up to 10. Potentially worth just playing over at that point. I don't know if it's worth thwarting 10 off of build support. You can just play it again and deal with it later. First player token passes to Jubilee. Jubilee, like totally. We don't need Sandman to be stunned now. So let's exhaust. No, let's do this. Let's do Plasmoid Energy to play Flash of Light. We'll remove 3 threat from a scheme, so we'll go down to 3 here. If we paid for it with 2 different resources, we get to confuse an enemy. That's going to be Sandman. Just like that. Boom. We've also got a Exhaust, Wolverine, and Tackle to play the X-Jet. It's going to be able to give us a wild resource. You know what? Actually, hold on. That's crazy. Let's use Plasmoid Energy and Plasmoid Energy and Tackle to play the X-Jet. Then Wolverine and the X-Jet will play Flash of Light. Then we're ready. Look at that. Fun. We will flip down and just heal for 3. So we go to 7. Math is fun. Alright, that's Jubilee's turn. Focused Rage will go ahead and knock 1 damage off of She-Hulk and allow us to draw into a Nick Fury. You don't say. Let's go Adrenaline Rush, Quick Strike, and a Strength to play Nick Fury, and we'll draw Gamma Slam. We'll draw Blood Rage, and we'll draw a Quick Strike. She-Hulk, I will go ahead and exhaust to clear city streets. Nick Fury will go ahead and thwart this down to 1. He'll take a damage. And we'll drop Hellcat onto the table. As an action, we can return Hellcat to our hand to give us, a fresh use of Hellcat, or pop her back to give her, or to let us use her for a resource. Hellcat will. We're just gonna thwart that. Are we thwarting build support right now? Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, let's thwart down build support. Takes it down to 8. I don't want to do that. Let's use Hellcat to thwart the main. Nick will just attack into Sandman for 2. So same here, but that works. Okay. Let's stand up. I like two-handed. Two-handed play is fun. Jubilee gets 6 cards. We got a force field generator. We got an established perimeter. Night Nurse. X-Gene. Nice that we're already here down in Alter Ego. Blinding Flash. And Mockingbird. She-Hulk. It's got Smash the Problem. Probably could have removed the Smash the Problem, although that's a good way to clear build support Anyways, unshakable, split personality, and a energy. Nice. I like seeing energy and split personality in the same hand. That's always fun. I'm gonna go up to 3 threat here on the main. Sandman is confused against Jubilee, and then he's going to attack. We are going to take it because it does indirect damage. We got 3. After this activation, we're going to put 1 here. I'm going to throw 2 here and 1 here so we don't resolve city streets. Because if we get damaged, then we have to resolve the surging sands here. Okay, let's pass out encounter cards. First one for Jubilee is Power of the Atom. Find Radioactive Man and reveal him. Now we're talking. Pericles is definitely going to be a use now. Radioactive Man. After Radioactive Man activates against you, deal 1 damage to each character you control. He has 18 health. He's a 1/2 villainous. He does have victory, which means that we get to get him out of the game once we take him out 1 time. We got a sand clone over here. Okay. This passes to She-Hulk. Let's go ahead and focus rage. We'll take a damage and draw into a Avengers Mansion. I was going to split personality here, flip down to alter ego, draw back 6 cards, but is Avengers Mansion just going to be better in the long run if we play Mansion and then potentially a Unshakable, I think, actually. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. So let's go ahead and use energy, split personality, and smash the problem to play a Avengers Mansion. Avengers Mansion is going to exhaust to draw us into a specialized training. We are actually going to use Unshakable to play specialized training right there because I would... Oh, that goes over to Jubilee. I would rather thwart down specialized training so that we can get the +1 thwart here and then the +1 attack. And then whenever we're attacking, we get to draw a card. Jubilee, I believe, is going to be using Blinding Flash. Choose X enemies, where X is the number of resource types you use to pay for this. And I think we're going to be able to do all 3, which means that we can stun and confuse all of the enemies in play, which means that we can hang on to the Pericles activation. Let's go ahead and use Hellcat to thwart down the main. So this is going to come down to 8. She-Hulk. She-Hulk may flip down to alter ego, I think. Might as well just knock out the sand clone, right? Okay, let's just knock out the sand clone. City streets will add 1, discard 1, sand smash. Cool. And then we're gonna flip down to Jennifer Walters, and we are gonna pass turn to Jubilee. Jubilee. While we are down here, let's go ahead and use Establish Perimeter to play an X gene. So we can use X gene to generate a wild resource for a identity specific event, which is awesome. Let's flip up to hero form. We'll use X-Jet, X-Gene, and a blocking bird to play Blinding Flash. So 3 different resources, but we only have 2. But we get to stun and confuse both Radioactive Man and Sandman. So there's that. That feels good. Jubilee will thwart 1 here because woo, let's go. And then we're going to use a force field generator to play a Night Nurse, which we can remove 1 of her 3 counters to heal a damage from a hero and discard a status card from it. We still have a fully online Pericles ready to go. We have 2 turns before Radioactive Man activates. Sandman is going to be completely locked down. I'm feeling decent. Let's stand up. Jennifer gets give me a what's it called? Superhuman strength. Spider Girl. No, stun and confuse Superhuman Law Division 2, 4, 5. The other reason that I thought Jubilee was going to be fun with Jennifer Walters is Superhuman Law Division can take out Shopping Spree. We got Professor X. Alrighty. We do have a mansion, so and we have 2 card draw. We'll see how it goes. Jubilee gets 5. We get Cell Phone, Jubilee's Coat, that's big, Plasmoid Energy, Firecracker, and a Iceman. Cool. We're going to go up to 5, but I'm going to object to one of those, so we're just going to place 1 to go up to 4. Sandman is confused. Sandman is also stunned, and so Radioactive Man is 2. That did not make any English sense at all. Here we are. We got Grounded. So as an additional cost to change to hero form during your turn, you must spend 2 resources of the same type. When revealed, change to alter ego form. And then after you play a Jubilee event, remove this card from the game. Okay. And Jubilee's card is Radiation Exposure. Unfortunately, she is not Gamma. I was really hoping to get Jennifer on that, but here we are. That's fine. Cool. Pass turn. Two resources of the same type to change. How crazy is that? So we could go Firecracker and Iceman to get it out, and Jubilee's Coat could plop down. I just don't have the resources. After you recover, discard 1 card from your hand to discard Radiation Exposure. I do think that we are going to probably do that. We may just stay in Alter Ego form. What if we just stay in Alter Ego? That seems good. Sandman will be confused because I got a Professor X. I think I'm going to drop a Professor X onto the table. We could smash the problem for 3 off of Specialized Training. X could take 3 more. And so then we could play a Spider Girl and clear Specialized Training. So that's good. We can do that. I think that makes sense. So the X-Jet's just kind of hanging out. Okay. So let's go ahead and recover. We'll recover for 3, so we'll go up to our full health. We'll discard a card from our hand, which will be Firecracker. We'll go Plasmoid Energy to play Jubilee's Coat. So that gives us a +1 thwart, which now we're at we're at net even. Oh, we discarded that. So we're at +1 thwart. Okay. And then after we play a thwart event, we can exhaust Jubilee's Coat, choose a scheme. I forgot Multi-Talented. Multi-Talented is really good for Jubilee. Here we are. That's what happens when you don't play the heroes in a long time. Nice. We could actually... No, we can't flip up. We literally cannot flip up. Let's give the mansion to Jubilee. We got a What Doesn't Kill Me. And then we're going to use a What Doesn't Kill Me and an Iceman to play a Cell Phone. So that comes up with 3 counters. We can exhaust Cell Phone, remove a charge counter from here, and choose a player. That player makes a basic attack or thwart with a character they control. That character gets +1/+1 for that activation. Nice. Alright, and that's Jubilee's turn. We're gonna go here to Jennifer Walters. We will... Is there anything we need to do down here? We could drop a Superhuman Law, but I'm not worried about that. Let's flip up. We'll deal 2 damage to Radioactive Man. We have to eventually get rid of him. Okay. Focused Rage will take a damage to draw into a Legal Practice. Greatest card in the entire game right here, I'm telling you. Genius and Legal Practice. We'll play a Professor X. That will go ahead and confuse... Do we stun Radioactive Man, actually? No, because if we play Spider Girl, we're fine. We're not going to be able to play Spider Girl. Haha. Look at that. Not if I'm smashing the problem. That's fine. Okay. I think I counted the Avenger Mansion resource for She-Hulk and not for Jubilee. Oh well. Let's go ahead and confuse Sandman. Yeah, because we have Pericles. So Spider-Girl will play Superhuman Law Division. I would not have activated it, even if I did have, if I had played it in Alter Ego. So I don't feel too bad. And then we will use Sunfire to play Smash the Problem. We're going to exhaust to remove 3 threats from here, taking us from 7 to 4. And then X is going to thwart it to take us down to 1. Alrighty. Hopefully we can clear it out next turn. Cool. Sweet. Let's stand up. It felt like we had so much loss potential here on Jubilee's side. We got a Polaris. Flash of Light. Love it. What doesn't kill me? A Grand Finale. A Energy. And a Tackle. Okay. Shulk has Limitless Stamina. Ground Stomp. Brute Force. And a Focus Rage. Let's place 2 threat here on the main. Sandman's so confused. So is Radioactive Man, to be fair. I'm actually just going to leave this confused and stunned tokens out. I'm going to be using them all game. Sandman's going to be attacking Shulk. Let's go ahead and take it for 3 plus 0. We'll go 2 on X and 1 on She-Hulk, which will trigger City Streets. Discard Power of the Atom and a Dirt Trap. We need some health on She-Hulk. Symbiote Suit should help. It is nice that we bottom deck Symbiote Suit. I think we are within a time period where we can play that pretty easily. We got radiation exposure for Jubilee. Man, she is not having fun hanging out with She-Hulk. Ooh, Sandman attacks you with +1 attack. So he's attacking for 4. I'm going to go ahead and defend this. So total of 7. We take 5 damage. That's tough. Alrighty. Well, that's fun. Ow. Searching Sands. 1, 2, 3. We need health immediately for She-Hulk. Jubilee passes. And She-Hulk is going to mansion to draw into a Ironheart. Okay. Ground Stomp and Brute Force will play Ironheart, which will draw us into a Legal Practice. Woo! Legal Practice isn't even a mint. I'm going to hang on to Ground Stomp, and I'm going to play Focus Rage instead. I was like, Superhuman Law Division. Legal Practice isn't even mental. Like, what's going on there? Let's use Ground Stomp to play Limitless Stamina to ready She-Hulk. Ironheart will go ahead and thwart 1 here. Clearing Specialized Training. We've got a combat or surveillance specialist here for Jubilee, and a combat specialist here for She-Hulk. And then whenever we attack, we get to draw a card. We're going to flip down, heal for 5. We'll Superhuman Law Division for 2 off the main. Okay. Little bit of a scary situation, but I believe in us. Let's spend 2 of the same resource to flip up. No problem there. We'll flip up, spending an energy to remove this card from the game. I think at this point, we will Pericles to stun Radioactive Man. And I'm playing an ally. I could play. Oh, I have Ironheart. Well, you can't jump lock with Sandman. That's the weird thing. We'll stun it. We'll stun Sandman. Okay. It's fine. We could play a Polaris. Actually, yeah. I think that is pretty decent. Yeah, let's go. Actually, let's confuse. Now let's give Jennifer Walters a tough. That's going to be good. we'll get, yeah. X-Jet, X-Gene. We'll play Flash of Light. We'll remove 3 threat from here. And then I paid for it with 2 different, so we get to confuse an enemy. Confuses Sandman. We will basic thwart. We are at -1. So we're basically at 2. We'll thwart here. That will exhaust the surveillance specialist and draw us into a firecracker. Ooh, we're gonna hang on to that. Go ahead and spend these 3, fulfilling the physical resource requirement for tackle to deal 3 damage to Sandman. So from 32 down to 29. And stunning Sandman. Then we have a Flash of Light in our hand. Okay. Oh, I could have Jubilee's coat. Here we are. This is what happens when you don't play Jubilee in a long time. Let's stand up. That sweet, sweet superhuman law division. Firecracker. Let's do Shulk first. Got Throg. Now I'm mad. Angela. Oh, that's kind of a fun. Angela into Throg feels pretty decent. We got a cell phone here. I don't know if I care about the cell phone. The cell phone was really here to trigger off a shopping spree, so I'm just going to probably clear that. There's the superhuman strength. And there's the adrenaline rush, which means that is the symbiote suit. Fun. Oh, well, we can draw the symbiote suit, so that's nice. And just like go with all of the encounter cards next turn. Sick. Jubilee gets 5 cards. We got Firecracker, Plasmoid Energy, Iron Fist, Genius, and a superpower training. That's pretty sick, actually. That's yeah, that was solid. Alrighty, friends. Let's throw 2, but I object to 1 of them. Threat onto the main. He's confused. He's stunned. Radioactive Man is stunned. Jubilee's doing what she's supposed to be doing. We got 2 encounter cards. She-Hulk has got legal work. We can exhaust Jennifer Walters to remove this from the game. Or give the main an acceleration token, which would trigger the force response here. That's funny. We're going to exhaust to remove that from the game. I don't want 3 indirect damage. Then Jubilee's card is Dark Designs, so we're going to place a counter. Then Sandman will scheme for 1, 2. Take this up to 3. Sweet. Pass over to Jubilee. We've got Jubilee is going to basic thwart for 2 here off the main, taking that down to 1. That will trigger Surveillance Specialist, which will draw us into a Professor X. Interesting. The X-Jet. We can play Iron Fist. Alright, let's go X-Jet Genius to play Professor X. That's going to stun Radioactive Man. And we don't have to worry about him activating against us, which is nice. Oh, we're going to give Mansion to Jubilee. It's going to give her Render Medical Aid. But that's going to give us something to actually thwart with for... Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I don't have the resources to play Iron Fist either. We can hang on to Iron Fist. We can Firecracker this turn. So let's go Render Medical Aid to play Superpower Training. It's going to come in with 6 threat. Boom. Boom. X will thwart 3. Take it down to 3. Then we will Plasmoid Energy to play Firecracker to deal 4 damage to Sandman. We did use 2 different resources, so we're going to stun him as well. Feels good. We're going to hang on to Iron Fist. I like the consistency that Iron Fist can give us for just keeping Sandman stunned. And now that we have, or now that we know that we will have the superhuman strength, we want to have him stunned so that we can use we can deal with that. Okay. Iron Fist is going to be held on to. We are good over here. Let's pass over to Jennifer Walters. I don't think we're going to use Superhuman Law Division. I think our play looks like Angela into... Well, maybe not a Throg. We could go Now I'm Mad. Superhuman Strength. I'm not going to focus Rage. There actually may not be a minion in there, now that I'm thinking about it. I may just hold off on Angela and not worry about it. So we got Superhuman Strength and a Now I'm Mad that we can play. That feels decent. So let's use Angela for a Superhuman Law Division to take 2 threat off of Superpower Training. Why? I should not be exhausted. Should I be exhausted? I don't think I should be exhausted. Was I exhausted for... No. Okay, I shouldn't be exhausted. I am going to heal for 5. And take me up to 11. Okay. Let's flip up to She-Hulk. We'll deal 2 damage to Radioactive Man. We'll use a Cell Phone and a Adrenaline Rush for a Superhuman Strength. Take us up to a +3 attack. Then we're going to use Throg to play a Now I'm Mad, which gives me -1 thwart, +1 attack when my health is below 8. Which is currently not. That's fine. Ironheart will go ahead and thwart this last one off of Superpower Training. That's going to get Ironheart into the shuffle. But I think it's just the glasses, right? For Jubilee. So we'll get the glasses. It's going to give her +1 attack. Oh yeah, I guess I'm done with the +1 over here. Ideally. I am ideally done with the +1. Then we'll grab another Superhuman Strength. No, we may go Focus Rage. Let's go Focus Rage. Focus Rage gets us Superhuman Strength faster. So there we go. More damage, more fun. We're not going to trigger Focus Rage. Mainly, I don't want to lose my Tough. And I know that's a Symbiote Suit. I can't play it this round. I want to play it next round. So let's hang off on that. I like that. I like that because once we have the Superhuman... or once we have the second... or the Symbiote Suit, the Focus Rages are just turbo draw. Sweet. Alright, let's stand up. Okay. Jubilee has got a Iron Fist. She has got a Power of Protection, a Flash of Light, a Encounter card because she just decked out. Who's taking the indirect damage? Jubilee will. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Because Jubilee's not taking an attack. We're taking the attack into the tough status card for She-Hulk. We're feeling good. We're feeling real good, actually. Alrighty. We've also got a Mockingbird and a Plasmoid Energy. That feels solid to me. Shulk has got Symbiote Suit. We're going to get a practice round in with the extra encounter card with Symbiote Suit. We'll see how it handles, but I'm thinking that we are at a place where we can play Symbiote Suit to get +1 to our hand size, +10 hit points, and +1 to all of our basic powers. Feels good. Symbiote Suits, we only have 4 cards. Energy, love it. Professor X again, and a Cell Phone. Sweet. Place 2 takes us up to 3. Sandman is stunned. Radioactive Man is stunned. And Sandman's going to attack. We're going to take it to the face. It's going to be 3, 4, 5. That's going to knock our tough status. Takes any damage, so we're good. Pass out cards. Jubilee will take 3 indirect damage, which 2 of that, let's be honest, is going to go on to Professor X because he's gone. And 1 goes on to Jubilee. 2 and... oh, wait. Let's shuffle this up. I think we're about ready to smash. I mean, like we're only at a 6 attack. We're at a 6 attack, but I do want to get up to plus 10. That's the main thing that I'm stalling out for. Honestly, I think pushing Sandman as quickly as possible is the right call. I would prefer overkill than indirect damage from Sandman with these deck builds. So first up, Jubilee has got a Sand Form. When any amount of damage will be dealt to Sandman, discard Sand Form, resolve Surging Sands, and Exhaustion. We got a Surge and an Exhaust into a Sand Clone. Cool. She-Hulk has got a Sand Slide, place 2 sand counters, and resolve its Surging Sand. Okay, so 2 sand counters. Surging Sand goes to 6. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since we did discard a sand card, we are stunned. We do have Steady, so we are only halfway stunned. And we need an acceleration token. So many things are happening. Ah! Alright. And then we got Sinister Strike. We're going to place a counter, and Sandman is going to attack us for 3 plus a boost card. We'll take it. 4 total. So that's going to take us from 11 down to 7. And we are going to Surging Sands for 7 cards. That's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not much I could have done about that. Alrighty. Pass this over to She-Hulk. Let's go Mansion to draw into a Throg. I probably should have used Focus Rage first, but here we are. Focus Rage. Heck, we're going to use both of them to draw 2 cards. That's Gamma Slam and Limitless Stamina. That's what I was looking for, was the Limitless Stamina. Okay, cool. So we got Energy, Cell Phone Throg. We'll play Symbiote Suit. Symbiote Suit gives us +1 to all of our stats. 10 hit points. And a +1 hand size, which is cool. 1 and a 1 here. Can you get up to a +10 defense? I don't think you can. I don't know if there's enough cards in the deck that allow you to do that. Let me know in the comments if you can get to a +10 defense. I think thwarting is potential, but I don't know. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and shovel all of the counters off the city streets. No. Let's leave those. Let's go ahead and okay, hold on. We have 7 attack. Do we Pericles? Do we have a stun for Sandman? Do we have a stun? Do we need to stun Sandman? I think we do have a blocking bird. We have an Iron Fist. So let's go ahead and use X-Gene, X-Jet to play Flash of Light. We're just calling on some actions here just to kind of get a better understanding. So that's going to remove 3 threat from here. And then Jubilee's coat can do some stuff, but we can't. And confuse Sandman. Okay. We can go Iron Fist as a straight play. So we don't have an off-turn stun for Radioactive Man. So let's go ahead and Pericles to stun Radioactive Man and stun Sandman. Okay. She-Hulk will attack for 7. That's going to take us up to 11 damage on Radioactive Man. But since he's already stunned, we do not have to discard any of our superhuman strengths, which is the main reason why I wanted to try and get him stunned before we did that. Let's use Combat Specialist to draw into a Legal Practice. Woo! Let's use Legal Practice to play Limitless Stamina. We'll stand up. Now we'll shovel everything off of city streets. question for the group. What do we want to do? I think we flip down. I don't think there's any reason to stay up. Let's flip down. Yeah. We'll toss Gamma Slam and we'll hang on to Professor X. Okay. Jubilee's turn. We've got Power Protection, Plasmoid Energy. We'll play Iron Fist. Comes into play with 2 counters on him. We're going to hang on to Blocking Bird. Iron Fist is going to actually just hang out. All of us are just going to hang out. We're just going to see what happens and just chill. Sand Clone's attacking us for 0, so we're just going to take it. And let's stand up. Okay. We got X here. We've got Limitless Stamina. Love it. Spider-Girl. Love that. Smash the problem. Quinn Carrier. We get 7 cards. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. Okay. Jubilee gets 5. She has Blocking Bird. She has Energy. Tackle. Genius. And a Polaris. I'm going to place 3 Threat on the main. Sandman is confused over here. Sandman is stunned. Stunned will take 1 damage. I don't know if I did Surging Sands last time I defeated the Sand Clone. But if I didn't, Iron Fist shoveled the amount that was left off of City Streets. Because it's once per round per player. We got 1, 2 hazard icon. Let's go ahead and get the icon out there because I will totally forget if I don't. There we go. Boom. 2 cards to Jennifer Walters. Her first one is a Rhino. Beautiful, steady. And Rhino's attack gains Overkill and Piercing. But guess what, my friends? It doesn't matter. It does not matter. We are going to just smash Rhino to bits. Second card is a Sand Clone. Jubilee has got a Sandstorm. Deal X indirect damage. If there are no sand counters on City Streets, place 3 sand counters on it and shuffle this card into the deck. Alrighty. Easy peasy. This passes to Jubilee. Okay. Okay. What are we doing? We don't really have much that we can play. We can tackle. We can tackle and Blocking Bird. But I think, yeah, we had Spider Girl over here, so I think I'm going to play Spider Girl. We could give a card draw to Jubilee to see what she fishes out of her deck. We could also just thwart with, yeah, let's just thwart with Jubilee. Gonna go down to 1. So we have 2. And then Surveillance Specialist will draw us into a Wolverine. That gets interesting. Yeah, let's do that. Genius and Strength will play Wolverine. Wolverine will shovel some sand. We will X-Jet, Polaris, and Tackle to play Blocking Bird, which will stun Sandman. Blocking Bird will attack Sand Form. Put 1 there and discard Power the Atom. Cool. Let's go ahead and Cell Phone to attack with Iron Fist, not using his Mystic Counter for 3 to take out the Sand Clone. Discard 2 cards. 1, 2. Pass over to Jennifer Walters. Okay. Let's go ahead and Mansion. We'll draw into a Hellcat. Do I want to heal? I think I do. I think I'm going to heal here. And then we probably don't need to heal too much for the rest of the game. So let's heal. We will flip up to go ahead and deal 2 damage to Mr. Rhino. We will Genius to play Spider Girl, which will stun and confuse Radioactive Man. Just like that. We will use a Focus Rage. Take us down to 18 health to draw into a Combat Training and a Adrenaline Rush. Can use a Smash the Problem and an Adrenaline Rush to play a Combat Training to take us up to a +5 attack. Where's my +5? There it is. So we're at 8 attack. It's pretty sick. We will use a Hellcat to play Blood Rage. So after you defeat an enemy with a basic attack, we can exhaust Blood Rage, take a damage to draw a card. Wait, I meant to throw the 2 damage here. Just kidding. I guess I didn't know that, did I? So we're good. Okay. Spider Girl will shovel sand. X will play Limitless Stamina, so we'll stand up with Shulk. And then She-Hulk will go ahead and take out Rhino. Knock him into Oblivion. Combat Specialist will draw us into a Nick Fury. That feels like 2 good cards to hang on to be completely honest with you. Feeling good. Nice. Alrighty, I'm going to pause just because I'm kind of paranoid that I'm going to run out of space, but you won't see any difference. So, okay, so let's stand up. We got so much stuff on the table already. How exciting. We have a lot of indirect damage soak as well. We can soak a ton with Wolverine because whenever we flip down to Alter Ego, he just heals it. So that's pretty cool. Everyone stood up. First player is Jubilee, so let's grab a Flash of Light. What doesn't kill me? Render Medical Aid and a Firecracker. Oh, 1 more card. Blinding Flash. Sick. Wow. Okay, that's cool. And then Shulk has 5 hands. Smash the Problem. 1-2 punch. Oh, we are cooking now. Legal practice. Hulk smash. Let me just make sure I got 1, 2, 4, 5. So we're good on our plus. Let's go up to 4. Sandman is stunned against Jubilee, so is Radioactive Man. Oh, that's not where that goes. And then Sandman's going to be attacking She-Hulk. Ooh, good question. I'm going to block with Blocking Bird. So 3, 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Because once we flip down to Wolverine, Jubilee, we'll just heal all of that off of Wolverine. Sand Clone's attacking for 0. It's time to deal out some counter cards. Now it's Jubilee's turn to have the extra. Total Sands. When revealed, place X additional threat here, where X is the number of sand counters on city streets. That's 0. And we've got Now or Never. Peril. I cannot help myself with this. Choose to either place an acceleration or exhaust a character you control and spend a resource of any type. We'll exhaust Wolverine. And spend a... What doesn't kill me? Cool. Shulk has nowhere safe. Place a pursuit counter, but nothing triggers because we're pulling in She-Hulk's Nemesis set. Tatiana. And Personal Challenge. And these get shuffled into a deck of like 3 cards, so that's fun. So that comes in with 5. Tatiana has 6 health. Sand Clone. Okay, we're fine. Do you have a crisis out there? Let's pass this over to She-Hulk, and let's let She-Hulk cook. 2 focus rages will take us down to 16 health. We'll draw 2 cards. Angela and a adrenaline rush. Let's go ahead and give Mansion one more. We got a 1-2 punch. Let's go. Okay. So let's go with a legal practice 1-2 punch. We will attack and take out Tatiana. Blood Rage. We will exhaust, take a damage, draw into a superhuman strength, and we get to ready She-Hulk. Let's Adrenaline Rush, Angela, 1-2 punch, and a Smash the Problem. We'll play Nick. I don't have room. We'll draw into a Unshakable. Why did I think I was... Okay, I'm going to have you... I thought I had played Unshakable. I'm sorry. That's horrible. Oops. So I'm going to have used the Night Nurse like a year ago. Because that's the only way I can think to fix that. Oops. That's funny. Okay, so Unshakable, Limitless Stamina, and a 1-2 punch. That's embarrassing. Sorry about that. Why did I think I had played Unshakable? That's... Interesting. Okay. Oh well. What does Jubilee have? She's got... Okay, she does have a flash of light. And a firecracker. She-Hulk will take out Radioactive Man. That's too funny. Radioactive Man goes into that victory display. Woo! Nick will thwart 2 off of Tatiana, or a personal challenge. Take it down to 3. He needs a damage. Okay. Oh, Combat Specialist will draw us a card into Sunfire. That solves a lot of problems, actually. Because now we can go Unshakable, Limitless Stamina, 1-2 punch to play Quinn Carrier. Don't worry. I will now remember that I don't have Steady. Quinn Carrier and Sunfire will play a Superhuman Strength, which will take us up to a +7 attack. Okay, nice. Let's start pushing some damage onto Sandman. So let's go 2 damage here. Take him down to 23. Oof. And we will pass to Jubilee. We got X-Gene and X-Jet will play a Firecracker. That's going to deal 4 damage to an enemy. Boom. If you paid for this using 2 different resource types, I did stun the enemy. Boom. And then that's going to be 4. Jubilee Sunglasses will make it 6 total damage. So 23 goes to 17. Down to 17. Okay. Nice. We will use a Render Medical Aid and a Flash, or a Blinding Flash to play Flash of Light. No, that's crazy. Jubilee will... Let's play Render Medical Aid. That's going to come out with 6. Trust me, I think I know what I'm doing. So there's 6 there. Jubilee will thwart 2 off of Tidal Sands to clear that. Combat or Surveillance Specialist will draw us into a shopping spree. Hey, there's the shopping spree. Look at that. We're just ignoring it again. Shopping spree, Blinding Flash will play Flash of Light. That will remove 3 threats from a scheme. Boom, just like that. Personal challenge is gone. And then if I paid for this using 2 different resources, which I did, we get to confuse an enemy. Confuse Sandman. And then we're going to exhaust Jubilee's code to remove 2 threats from Render Medical Aid. Okay. Jubilee will then flip down to here and heal 3 from Wolverine. And we'll stand up. Iron Fist still kind of hanging out. Iron Fist has not done too much with his life, but that's fine. Okay. We got so much going on. Alrighty. She-Hulk has 5 hands. We got Quick Strike, beautiful. Ground Stomp, less beautiful. Ironheart. Quick Strike, ooh. And a Ground Stomp. There we go. Okay. And Jubilee's got 6. We got Iceman. What doesn't kill me? A Plasmoid Energy, a Power Protection, and a String. Okay. And a Tackle. We're going to go up to 7. Oh, that's not. We got 7th right here on the main. Sandman is stunned, saying Clone is attacking for 0. He's confused over here, so we're going to go directly into encounter cards. Shulk has a Tatiana's Fury. She attacks. Heal all damage from Tatiana, and this card gains Surge. Into Dirt Trap. When defeated, resolve Searching Sands. Resolve it again. Only comes in with 1. And we've got a genetically enhanced. Attached to the minion with the highest printed hit points. If there's no minion in play, this card gains Surge. Into Sandstorm, deal X indirect damage. Place 3 counters and shuffle it back into the deck. Okay. Jubilee, Tatiana's Fury. This card gains Surge. Sand Clone. Nice. This passes to Jubilee, and we are ready to go. Do I care about radiation exposure? I don't think I do, actually. So let's go ahead and flip up to Jubilee. Let's just have Wolverine shovel the city streets again. Let's go Power Protection and a X-Jet to play Tackle. To deal... Okay, so stun an enemy. We're going to stun Sandman. We're going to deal 3 damage from the Tackle ability. So we're at 17. We'll go down to 14. And then we use 3 wilds. So Jubilee Sunglasses will deal 3 damage. Take this down to 1. Okay. So Sandman's stunned, meaning that we can just lay into him with She-Hulk. Let's go ahead and have Jubilee thwart Dirt Trap. So we'll go. Yeah, that's fine. 1, discard. 2, discard. Acceleration token. 3 indirect damage. We'll throw that all on Wolverine. And Sand Clones are doing something again. Let's go ahead and have Spider-Girl shovel. Get rid of it. We don't need it. That's going to trigger a Surveillance Specialist, which will draw into a Flash of Light. Beautiful. Okay, let's use a Plasmoid Energy to play Flash of Light. Remove 3 threats from a scheme. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll go down to 4. And confuse Sandman. Then the sunglasses. Oh, that's not where that goes. We'll remove 2 more threats. We'll take it off of Render Medical Aid. That takes it down to 2. When we defeat Render Medical Aid, we get to heal 5 damage from among characters we control. Oh, Nick is gone. Okay. What do we do? What does our life look like? We cannot play What Doesn't Kill Me. Let's have Blocking Bird go ahead and do 1 damage to this clone. Then Strength What Doesn't Kill Me will pull in Iceman. Iceman will take out the clone. Iceman comes in with 3 counters. This was really kind of a tech for radiation or radioactive man in case we were able to get Iceman out there, but it's still going to be good going forward. I think that's all that we have with Jubilee. So let's have She-Hulk cook. All right. Mansion, Focus Rage, Focus Rage will take 2 damage, going down to 14 to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We got a split personality, so that could be fun. Okay. Let's go Strength to play Ironheart. That'll draw us a card to a Brute Force. Ironheart will deal 1 damage. We will basic to take out Sandman. When revealed, place 1 sand counter and then resolve Surging Sands. We'll discard 2. Sinister Strike and a Sand form. And then Sand Wave, he gains Overkill. He comes in with 38 health. That's a lot of damage. 38. I honestly don't know if we're going to lose it. Or if we... There's a chance we could do it this round. Because that's 10, 20... No, there's not. But... It'd be crazy. Blood Rage will take a damage and draw a card, which is a Brute Force. We get an encounter card. Combat Specialist will draw us a card because we basic attacked. This is insane. We have so much card draw with She-Hulk. It's kind of fun. Alright, that's going to give us a Unshakable. I cheated the entire first part of the game. I didn't need it then. Why need it now? Okay. After you make a basic attack, we discard Brute Force. Cool. Quinn Carrier will play Brute Force. That's going to give us a +8. We've got Unshakable to play Brute Force, which is going to give us a +9. We hang on to the Quick Strikes. Can't hang on to both of them. Is there any resources I can pass over? Not really. I was gonna see if I could play Split Personality. I can't really. So let's use Ground Stomp to play Adrenaline Rush. We can discard Adrenaline Rush to play, or to give ourselves +1 attack until the end of the phase. And then we're looking at, honestly, we could probably just Quick Strike right now. Is there any reason to not Quick Strike right now? Be cooler next round, but let's just go ahead and use Ground Stomp and Split Personality to play Quick Strike to deal 12 damage to Sandman, taking him down to 26. Brute Force is a response when we basic attack, so we did not do that, so we are good. We'll have a Quick Strike next turn, but we do have an Adrenaline Rush, which we can proc to get us +1 attack. I think we're going to flip down to Jennifer Walters just to take advantage of that confuse. We have a cell phone, so we can stun Sandman regardless. And I think next turn kind of looks like that lethal turn. So let's stand up. We're going to hang on to our Quick Strike because, yeah, we are. Okay. Stand up over here as well. Jubilee has got a Grand Finale. Ooh, Grand Finale. Force Field Generator, Rogue, Firecracker. Build Support, 2, 4, 5. Nice. Grand Finale on the last turn of the game. Seems pretty fun. We got Quick Strike. We got Limitless Stamina. We got Hellcat. We got 7 cards. Strength. Cell Phone. Sunfire, 2, 4, 6. And a Limitless Stamina. Oh my gosh. We're going to do so much damage. It's going to be sick. Okay. We're going to place 4 threat to take us up to 8. Watch us lose here. Sandman is stunned. Sandman is confused. Sandclone is going to scheme for 1. Takes us up to 9. Got encounter cards. First one is a Sand Smash. Sandman attacks you with +1 attack. Okay. That's kind of scary. Do we block with Ironheart? He's attacking for 4. It does have overkill, but that can turn on our Now I'm Mad. So let's do that. We're going to chump block with Ironheart. So Sandman's attacking for 3. Put a counter here. 2 rolls over, so we're down to 11. We need to be down by 8. Oh, and Ironheart's uber gone. She-Hulk has a Calling in Favors. Rhino schemes. If Rhino's not in play, searching counter card and discard pile for Rhino. We put him into play. Rhino. Oh, here's the next card. Rhino's attacks gain overkill and piercing, but little secret, it ain't gonna matter. And then we've got a Sand Slide. Place 2 sand counters. Then resolve it Surging Sand. At least 1 sand counter was discarded this way. You are stunned. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm actually stunned here. Cool. This passes to here. Let's go ahead and use Night Nurse to heal 1 and remove stun. Let's use Mansion to draw us into a Smash the Problem. I should have objected to one of those, but here we are. Okay. Let's see how much damage we can do. This is gonna be kind of insane. Flip up to She-Hulk. Let's do 2 damage. Take us down to 24. 2 Focus Rage will draw us into a Throg and a Smash the Problem. I was really kind of hoping for another Quick Strike or a Limitless Stamina or something along those lines. We have enough Limitless Staminas though. So let's go ahead and use Adrenaline Rush. That's going to give us to +10, fulfilling the requirements of getting that +10. Let's use a Strength to Quick Strike for 13 damage. And take him down to 11. Okay. Let's use Smash the Problem and Smash the Problem. Oh, I thought I had a... Why did I think I had another Quick Strike? Oh, I had it last turn. That's why. Let's go ahead and Basic for 13. That's going to lose our 2 Brute Forces. So we're at +2 damage on Sandman, and we're down to +8 because lame. Smash the Problem. We'll play Limitless Stamina, which will deal 11 damage. We've got a Hellcat to play Limitless Stamina, which will do 11 more damage, taking us up to 24 damage. Overkill. Okay. Oh, Combat Specialist will draw us a card. Gamma Slam, Blood Rage will draw us a card into an Angela. We're just having fun now. Let's go Angela. Search top 10 for a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Got another Sand Clone. I don't need to shuffle that. We got 2, 4. So that's taking us up to 28. We've got Gamma Slam to do 15 damage, I believe. Because our max health is 25. We are at 9. So yeah, we will use Gamma Slam to pay for, or to do 15 more damage. So that's going to be... $35. And we're kind of petered out here on She-Hulk. But that is 35, 39, 44 damage. 44 damage on overkill on She-Hulk's turn. I think we started with like at least 20. So like that, I mean, like that was insane. That was insane. 44. Let's see if Jubilee can do anything. I'm gonna keep the damage over here from that. Jubilee, we got. Oh wait. Ooh, cell phone. We'll call on Iron Fist to attack for 3 here and stun Sandman so that we don't lose our superhuman strengths whenever we do that. Bring it back. Cool. We've got Wolverine attacking for 3. That takes us to 6. Iceman attacks for 2. Takes us to 8. Jubilee can attack for 0, but Jubilee will go ahead and thwart to draw into a established perimeter. That's fine. Let's use a X-Jet, X-Gene, and a Force Field Generator to play Grand Finale. So deal 2 damage to an enemy. For each different resource, deal 2 additional damage. So that's going to be 8 plus 11, or up to 11. So it's going to be 19. All this is telling me is I probably could have gone faster. And then Firecracker deals 4 more. And then I think we're petered out over here. So that's 44, 54, 59, 63, 67 overkill damage on Sandman. I guess I don't know. I probably could have won earlier, but it was fun. I did get the plus 10. That was crazy. I like that we got to see the She-Hulk deal damage or do what she wanted to do and not need to worry too much about thwarting. I probably would remove my this is what I would do. I would remove the Smash the Problems and probably put in Earth's Mightiest Heroes so that we can use like Spider-Girl to like exhaust to ready She-Hulk, and that would feel real good. Probably throw in a blade or something, but that was fun. Sick. Okay. Need to go back and calculate how much damage I did, but that was cool. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the two-handed play. Hope you enjoyed watching She-Hulk go crazy. There was a couple of little weird things that I missed in there, but it'll be fine. Alrighty. Thanks all. See you around. Peace.